Ciao! Welcome back to a new video. Ladies and gentlemen, spoilers, leaks, and previews are now out for My Hero Academia's next upcoming chapter, 303. And yo, honestly, it's a pretty solid setup chapter. I think a lot of you are going to be mad about what happens in this chapter, but I mean, at the end of the day, guys, please don't shoot the messenger. I'm only here to give you the leaks, the spoilers, everything that's been leaked so far. As always, guys, the fan translations will be out tomorrow. The official translations are out on Sunday, so as always, be sure to check out the official translations of the My Hero Academia manga, which arrives on Sunday, February 28th. You can read it officially over at viz or mangaplus.com, and both directly support the author of the manga, Koi Horikoshi. With that being said, before we jump into it, Horikoshi actually has an offer comment this week in regards to the earthquake that happened about a week ago, I want to say in Japan, and it goes as follows. All of my figures in my house fell down, so I used up a whole tub of Iron Alpha to stick them. Apparently, Iron Alpha is some sort of glue over in Japan. Luckily, Horikoshi is fine during this earthquake. The earthquake was apparently pretty bad. It was pretty high on the Richter scale. I think it was a 7.3 or something like that. But I mean, at the end of the day, it is Japan, and Japan is built to survive earthquakes. So hopefully, everything will continue. But with that being said, let's just jump straight into the spoiler, leaks, and previews. Alright, jumping straight into it, My Hero Academia returns with chapter 303, Top 3. So it looks like we are moving away from the Todoroki family drama, but not away from the Todorokis, as the chapter actually starts seconds where last week's chapter ends. Best Genius and Hawks actually enter the room, and they start to apologize because they overheard everything. I mean, I don't know why they're apologizing. It's not like they weren't trying to overhear everything. They were basically standing there to see what was going to happen, but they start apologizing because they heard everything. They asked Todoroki family to include them in their fight with Dobby. Ray suddenly bows down, apologizes of what Dobby did to Hawks and Best Genius. They both calm Ray down, and from the panels we can see Hawks and Best Genius both walking in. We can see Ray bowing down to Hawks. Hawks actually getting like a fanboy moment, but yo, can we listen? Yeah, Horikoshi drew Ray bowing down, and the paneling, man. Yo, Ray has, let's just say, I'm not even gonna say anything. Because we are a PG-13 channel. From the other panels, we see Endeavor still pretty much speechless. Hawks just chilling on Todoroki. And I want to say this looks hilarious. Like, Todoroki's all bandaged. Hawks is all bandaged. We see Ray talk again with Hawks and Todoroki. We see Todoroki look over to Endeavor. We see Endeavor's reaction. We see Hawks then. Hawks starts talking. And then we apparently see the International Hero Association. One of them, I swear to God, looks like literally the Flash. The other looks like Dr. Eggman. That's either a giant mustache or that's his cape. So that's either Superman. It's literally, that's the Falcon, that's the Flash, that's Thor in the background, and that's either Dr. Eggman or like a bold Superman, I want to say, or a Batman looking character. So we do get to see some international heroes. Now, these might be the villains, but the translations that I saw say these are the International Hero Associations. So we're finally starting to branch out from Japan. Before we leave the Todorokis, it looks like Endeavor is once again crying. Bro, that inside of his mask must be hella wet. Like, he's been crying for the last couple chapters. We get Hawks talking about the civil unrest that is going on in Japan. And while this is all happening, the panel then suddenly switches to Bakugo. Bakugo, blood coming out of his mouth, still rushing, charging his way through everybody to get through Deku. And it literally takes Suyu Koda and Mineta to actually stop and subdue Bakugo. Suyu actually wraps his tongue fully around Bakugo. Bakugo continues to scream, saying, let me get to Deku, let me get to Deku. Ochako, Mineta, Ida's there as well. They all stop Bakugo. And before we switch over to the man himself, we see Ochako look into Deku's room. And as we switch over to Deku's room, All Might once again at Deku's bedside. And we see Deku, and we see a flash of lightning. We see a flash of lightning, and the title reads, right now, you're talking with the predecessors. Final line, in his deepest sleep, he's finally reunited with them. No break next week. My Hero Academia Chapter 304 releases March 7th. 2021. Yo, it looks like we're getting a Deku Vestiges chapter next week. It looks like we're going to get Deku talking with the other vestiges of the One For All. Hopefully one of them has a healing quirk, because if not, Deku is so fucked. Like, the man is just absolutely like, I don't know how Deku's getting out of this without a healing quirk. So I'm expecting one of the vestiges from One For All to have some sort of healing quirk, because in reality, like, the doctor told Deku, like, if you push yourself more, you're not going to be able to use your hand, and especially what he just went through, it doesn't look like he's gonna be able to use any part of his body. Not fuck his hands. Deku's broken. So unless they're gonna use Eri to, like, undo all the damage Deku has suffered, to, like, undo all of Deku. But then again, Eri's not trained, and that is dangerous. Sure, Eri used it on Lemillion, but at the end of the day, that probably still had a lot of risk with it. But the fact that Deku is so messed up right now really does worry me. So I'm expecting one of the vestiges from One For All to have some sort of healing quirk at least. At least like a bone fracture healing quirk, or like a bone magic. So like Deku can like strengthen his bones. Something to help him out, because the man needs help. Especially now that Shigaraki has like a healing quirk tied into his powers. Deku needs something to counter that. Other than that, I think we're expecting 3 powers that we still haven't yet seen. I think there are 3. If I'm not mistaken, I believe there are 3 we haven't seen. We've seen Float, we've seen Premonition, we've seen the ability to pass it on, we've seen Black Whip, we saw... I think we might have seen 4 out of the 5, 6, and 5 and 6, right? There might be 2 or 3 quirks left for Deku to discover, so I'm excited to see where Koi Horikoshi takes the manga going forward. As always, guys, the fan translations will be out tomorrow. This is just the spoiler leaks and previews. Not every panel is out for My Hero Academia's next upcoming chapter 303, but if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. My name is Tim, as always. Peace.